Welcome to the Ever After cast, brought to you by Ever After Holidays. We're your hosts, Mattie.
And I'm Laura.
Here to share magical adventures and unforgettable memories from Disney, Universal and beyond, together with our special guests.
Please note, all views and stories shared are personal to ourselves and our guests and may not reflect current park or destination operations.
So sit back, relax and let's begin today's adventure. Boo to you.
And you.
Welcome to the Ever After cast. This is episode 3. I am Mattie.
I'm Laura.
And we are your hosts for this very special episode, which is Halloween themed.
Ooh,
yes.
Spooktacular.
So it's just me and Laura for this episode, but we've got quite a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Halloween at the Disney parks, at Universal, Disney Cruise Line as well. Talk about our own experiences at these events that happen at these destinations, and hopefully it might inspire you to want to book these experiences for your own trips in the future as well.
Yeah, it is our specialist subject. Yeah. Halloween, absolutely.
Halloween, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'd say Laura's more of the Halloween queen than me.
But you love it.
We've actually, I mean, for you listening, you probably won't be able to see, but we're both dressed up today as well. So
yeah, I've got my pumpkin ears. We're both doing a Haunted Mansion. So I've got this spirit jersey that looks like the uniform that the cast members wear. Yeah. So it's the green one. It's got a ghost host. And
yeah, it's got the little badge that says.
Yeah, this is quite a new spirit jersey they released this year. So yeah, I love it.
And then I've got the baseball Haunted Mansion 999 Grim Grinning Ghosts shirt on. And we've also decorated the area. Those of you watching will be able to see, but those not, we've got a giant Mickey pumpkin.
Love
we've
this.
got a vampire Mickey pot. We've got the Mickey Mouse Vampire Disney Parks bag. And we've even got a Mickey Mouse pumpkin.
Which you see in the parks.
Yeah, it's like a wreath with like the orange leaves around and the pumpkin in the middle. Yeah. And they do hang that, don't they, in the Disney parks from the
like the lampposts on Main Street.
On Main Street, yeah.
So
we thought
themed.
we'd go all out with our Halloween episode. And I think what we're going to talk about first is we're just going to talk about what makes Halloween at Disney so unique compared to other times of the year. So I'm going to let Laura take the lead. What do you think?
Well, they start Halloween in August. So even if you were looking at going in the summer holidays, from like mid-August in Disney, you're going to get that Halloween theme in. And if you like doing the parties and everything as well. But the Not So Scary Halloween, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party is the main event for Halloween, which is an extra and special ticketed event. So you need to obviously buy an extra ticket for that, to then have the park then in the evening to do all of the kind of Halloween things in that park. And yeah, they just have, say, special merch around, special food in all the parks, really. They do, but say Magic Kingdom's the main kind of area for Halloween.
I love how with the Halloween layover as well, like literally you can be in the parks the day before the first Not So Scary Halloween party, and there's no Halloween decorations at all. Yeah. And then literally go in the next day and everything is just pumpkins galore. Yeah. Orange leaves.
It really suits Main Street though, even though it's say especially for Halloween time and like fall or autumn, whatever you want to call it. But it really does suit that area, I think. So even if you're not super into Halloween, it's not going to be like, oh God, I'm sick of pumpkins and ghosts and stuff. It's not like that at all, especially in Walt Disney World.
Exactly. And I think when it comes to planning your Disney holiday to Orlando especially, because of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, because it is a ticketed event, I know we've been talking about planning on a few of the episodes, it's worth mentioning that this is something you need to look out for your planning, because if you're planning park days in your itinerary, however you do it on paper like you do, or on a spreadsheet like me, you know, you might plan a Magic Kingdom day where the park might be closing early for the Halloween party, and you want to go see the Magic Kingdom fireworks. You've got to make sure that you know which days you can and can't go in. So this also comes into your planning.
Look at the opening hours and the park hours straight away. And you might see, oh, why is it shutting at 6 o'clock? That'll be for a party. Would you say, I don't know if you've noticed, would you say that the park is quieter in the day because people know there's a party, so they leave, they kind of don't go into Magic Kingdom? Would you say a party day is a quieter day to visit, basically, would you say? I think I've noticed that.
In my experience, I would say yes, apart from when I actually went in on Halloween itself.
Yeah.
Which is obviously
and they do sell out fast. If you were looking to go Halloween, the day before Halloween, even opening night, so like August 15th, whatever it usually is, they sell out the quickest. So get those tickets.
Yeah, if you want to go on Halloween, you need to get the tickets as soon as they go on sale for that date. But with obviously the Halloween party nights as well, if you don't have any tickets for Disney, the Disney parks when you're in Florida, you can just purchase a Halloween party ticket and you can go into the park from 4 p.m.
That's what I've just did. Yeah,
you just did that when you come back, which is great because it means that you can still go to Florida, you know, if you're a frequent visitor or, you know, you don't want to go to the other Disney parks but you still want to do Magic Kingdom, you can buy the Halloween party ticket, go in from 4 o'clock, even though the party doesn't start until, is it 7? Yeah. 7 o'clock, and it finishes at 1.
I think it was around midnight. We left about the last Booty parade was about 11:15, probably about 11 by the time it got to us on Main Street. The fireworks were 9:30. Oh, no, sorry, they were 10 o'clock.
I mean, it changes every year.
It's between 12. They're not going to chuck you out straight away with Disney anyway. So even if something finishes, you've always got time to like shop and whatnot afterwards.
The shops open,
which is fine. But that's it. That's exactly what I did on my holiday. Weren't doing particularly all the Disney parks, just wanted to do Not So Scary. I do every time I go. Usually I choose September as my time of year to go, and I was like, I have to, every time I go, I really want to do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I love it. And we did that. We got there, I think we got there at 4. And to be honest, it wasn't that busy of a crowd. We kind of got in, got our wristbands, because you do get special wristbands that they check everybody's got them. And then we headed over to...
your trick-or-treat bag.
Trick-or-treat bag, yeah. I think we actually... where did we go to first? I think we kind of did a few snacks. We got a trick-or-treat bag, and then we went on Tiana's, because we hadn't done that yet. So Tiana's Bayou Adventure. We did Tron as well, so you can do... They have those rides open, those kind of like e-ticket attraction rides, and the other rides as well. So yeah, we got our Magic Kingdom fix just in that ticket, which was quite cool.
Before the event actually started.
Before it started, so...
Which is great while they let you in at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you can get your castle pictures in the day. You've got 3 hours there to do like the normal stuff. Everything else was open, and then the party starts, and everything changes. The music changes. The character, you see the characters out, and you can actually as well. Just to go back on that, so there's 2 main characters at the front of the park. So Mickey and Minnie, I think it was this year, in their Halloween outfits, and Jack and Sally. Now Jack and Sally are like the main ones.
They're the ones for you, aren't
yes.
they?
Now 2 years ago, I did go in early. We got there. I've got like timestamp on my pictures. I can see when I joined the queue, it was 4:30, and we queued about 4 hours for them. Wow. Now I don't know whether that's changed or they've changed the system, but I said after that, no, I'm never doing that again.
So did you see them this time?
Didn't see them this time. No, I did check on the queue was quite long all the way through the night, so you can check. I think you can check on the app, or it'll be on the side before you go in. The queue was quite long, but a lot of people do that. They get in from 4, so maybe if you get maybe you get in for 4 and you go straight to that, you might be a bit luckier than we were, but it was very long. Say 2 years ago when I did it, but they're at the not town hall, the opposite town hall, like near is it town hall? Where Tony's is. Tony's.
Is it where you used to be able to meet Tinkerbell?
Yes.
And Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. So not City Hall, it's like the theatre, town theatre, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes, it's in there, and say they're very, very popular. So again, maybe do that in that 3 hours. You've got 3 hours before the actual party starts. That's why people go in and do it then, because they're not wasting their party time essentially. Yes. So you could go and do that, or you could then go across and benefit in the park.
That's what we're doing next year on our big family trip next year. It's quite Universal and Disney Cruise Line heavy, but what we are going to do, obviously they're not available yet to book, but when they are, we will be booking them tickets for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, because my sister wants to do it. Yeah. And normally they do it on a Saturday, and her birthday is on a Saturday, so I'm presuming they will be doing that. But that's where we're going to go to Magic Kingdom for that trip where we're away next year. But just to just so those of you are aware, with regards to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, what it actually is, it's a ticketed event. So the park, if you've got a general park ticket, you can't go to this event unless you have this ticket for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. And like we were just saying, you could go into the park from 4 o'clock. If you're already in the park because you have a park ticket, that's fine, you can stay in. They'll give you a wristband to prove that you've got your ticket, because everybody who doesn't have a wristband, they then
they're checking them up,
And basically, once the event starts, you can do a trick or treat in with your trick or treat bag. They have different stations all around Magic Kingdom where you can get candy, and believe me, you can get absolutely tons of candy. They also have, like Laura was saying, with Jack Skellington and Sally, they have unique character meet and greets and experiences. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Pluto, Goofy, Daisy,
Winnie the Pooh characters, they're all dressed up.
Dressed up in Halloween outfits. Villains as well.
Yeah, have you done? I don't know. I sent you the picture, but they added a trick and treat trail since I last went a couple of years ago. Might have been last year. I think they added it, where it's so you getting your candy, but you're going through that Princess Pavilion area in Fantasyland, and you meet Maleficent, and you meet. There's 2 lines: Evil Queen and Maleficent. So you can see both of them. Or you go down, and it looks like a line, but they move so fast because you're just seeing them, and then you're grabbing your candy at the end. So that was really fun because you could get to see the characters while you're getting your candy.
We did do that one last year because. We just wanted the candy, so it was a surprise for us last year to walk in there and see the Evil Queen and Maleficent there. And that one was quite quiet as well, because I think it was maybe new last year. A lot of people didn't know that the characters were going to be there, so it was quite quiet. So we actually stood and like interacted with the Evil Queen and Maleficent as well. So that was great. But yeah, you've got unique character interactions there as well in the Not So Scary. They also do the Boo to You parade. So
twice a night.
Normally, I mean, obviously, like theme park operations can change because of the weather and everything, but they do add new things to it every year. Like I think it was last year or maybe the year before, I can't remember now, but they introduced the Ursula into it, and I was so happy because obviously Little Mermaid's my favourite, and so that's great. So they do add new things and change things up every year to keep people wanting to come back. But then they also do the Hocus Pocus show as well. They always have like a big show
back by the castle,
in front of the castle. They normally do that a few times a night.
Yeah, at least 5 times I think. I think the last showing of that was midnight actually. So if you're a later kind of person and want to stay out late, you could do that last minute.
So they do that, and the Sanderson sisters are there. They're always absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. And Hocus Pocus is my favourite Halloween Disney film, so that's great for me. But they also then have the fireworks show, and it's it's called Minnie's
Spectacular. I don't know the full name.
But it's like got a projection on the castle.
It's my favourite fireworks that Disney do. I mean, I'm biased because I absolutely love Halloween. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I love when they change the castle into like a skeleton for like a silly skeleton dance. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the fireworks in general are amazing, but
and the thing is as well with Disney event fireworks, so like not even just Not So Scary Halloween Party, but they also Mickey's Very Merry Christmas. What's different from seeing them as opposed to say Happily Ever After, which is your general night to night fireworks, is the firework experience is even bigger. They have more of them. They're more around you rather than just in front of you. It is absolutely brilliant. And so that's basically in a nutshell the experience of the Mickey's Not So Scary.
They do ride overlays as well. So they do special. So the teacups. I don't know what they were this year. Space Mountain. They usually do pitch black. That's really fun.
Pirates of the Caribbean has actors in it.
Yeah. Are they still doing that?
Yeah,
that's still happening, And so they do some ride overlays, and there's something else. Obviously the snacks. They've got specialty snacks, popcorn buckets, merch that you can only get.
Yeah, the popcorn buckets are really popular for the Halloween
So you'll see a queue for them, but it does go down. Just get in the queue when you can. You have to when you get in the park, you have to prioritize. You're not going to do everything. You have to think, am I going to just hang around, get my trick or treat going? What's important? Am I going to do the characters? Am I going to do the rides?
And what you find as well is that after the fireworks, a lot of people tend to leave.
Yes.
So the queues for the attractions and the characters and things from after the fireworks are a lot shorter.
Yeah, we got a last minute spot for the parade, 10 minutes before it started. We watched it in front of the theatre, the Town Hall Theatre, whatever it was called, and that was really good. But again, the parade starts at 1:45, but I think it starts up by maybe the other way. So the first one might start from, they do it different ways, don't they?
It starts over near Tatiana's, I think,
yes,
and then it goes back the opposite way.
And please don't, and make sure you're there ahead of time for the parade, because the headless horseman, that's a really unique thing for Not So Scary Party. They have
a real horse.
Yeah, beautiful horse, real headless horseman, and they do that before they start the parade, and it's really cool.
What was really cool when we did it last year is we actually stayed for the second Boo to You parade, and it was really humid, and it was that humid where the air was misty.
Oh yeah.
So it added a bit of ambience to like the parade. It was so good. So obviously was just spoke about Halloween at Walt Disney World, but obviously the other Disney parks around the world, they celebrate Halloween as well. So like Disneyland Paris, their Halloween event is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I'm actually planning that for next year, for my Halloween kind of fix. But so that has it's kind of free, really, complimentary. There's no extra ticket.
To be a ticket.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Because I remember I'd been a few times and we had to buy the tickets for the Halloween event for Paris. But now they just generally just do it every day.
October 1st is usually their date. It starts their Halloween
Not
things.
as early as Walt Disney World.
Beautiful decorations in the park. A little parade in the day. They do a full parade.
The parade as well. My favourite part of the Halloween parade that they've got is they've got a haunted house.
Yeah.
And Phantom Mickey, he'll appear on one part of the float and then just randomly appear on another part of the float. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah, Paris do parades and entertainment so well.
Yeah.
I've noticed that over the years, they really do. Because they really utilise those stages right by the castle.
And they've got and 4 stages. And you get the characters on there for Halloween. And
it's really good.
It is really good. See, Disneyland Paris, they do decorate their park as well with the pumpkins and everything, similar to Florida but different. It feels like similar but not the same.
Oh yeah, they have ghost statues all around. I think that's quite unique to Paris. These kind of ghost statues with different
for photo
opportunities. Yeah,
they've got the pumpkin family thing, pumpkin families and things. Frontierland gets decorated quite heavily as well.
Yeah, for all the pumpkins
for Halloween.
And then this year, have you seen that Phantom Manor in the Unlucky Nugget?
Yes, they changed it so the Lucky Nugget Saloon.
That better be there next year. Yeah.
And there's a shadow of the Phantom playing the piano.
Yeah. Phantom Manor is their equivalent of Haunted Mansion, if you didn't know. And they have a whole backstory that links in with Thunder Mountain and Frontierland. And the Lucky Nugget, which is a restaurant there, which is beautiful. It's it's a quick service, but it's like an old saloon, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they've made that into the Unlucky Nugget and done extra. Basically, the Melanie Ravenswood is the main character of Phantom Manor. She's like a bride. The Phantom is her dad, I think, and and all this stuff. So they've made this whole wedding setup, but it's all cobwebs and spooky.
I'd say the storyline for Phantom Manor is probably the best of any of
it's really cool.
houses at any Disney park.
Absolutely, but that looks really good. I hope they have that next year because that looks really, really cool.
It does, and like we said, that one's a free event. That one. At the moment, I mean, it could all change. But then obviously the other international parks, so California, they also do a big thing of Halloween as well. They do something different though. They don't do the ticketed event in the Disneyland park. Theirs is in California Adventure, which is the Oogie Boogie Bash. You've done that, haven't you?
I haven't done that. Now, I was there a couple of years ago, actually on Halloween Day, and to be honest, it was quiet. I mean, it can change year by year, but in California's a funny one. I found it quiet in the day, and then from about 4 o'clock, a lot of locals, a lot of people finish work, and they'll come in the night time. So you'll see a really difference in the night time. So we were there at actual Halloween Day, and it was a really good atmosphere. It wasn't too busy. We actually got a walk-in for Ogre's Canteen, which is unheard of really in Walt Disney World. So I knew it was quiet in the day, and they have the big pumpkin. They have Blinky, I think people call it, Blinky Mickey pumpkin. They have obviously the decorations on Main Street, but from the night time then they had a special fireworks show again around more so Jack Skellington and Zero and things like that. That was really fun because they project on the Main Street. The castle's really small, obviously, isn't it? So you don't see much on the castle, but all the Main Street buildings, you get all the projections there.
And then California Adventure there's
a Oogie Boogie. Which really popular.
Really good. I mean, I've never been to it. I'd love to go.
Yeah.
But they have some really unique sort of character experiences for Halloween there. So they have their own like stands as such, or stages, the characters. So like this year I think they've got Hades,
Judge Doom from Roger Rabbit is a big one. Yeah,
God, if you you've seen the videos online where he has the
dip,
the dip, and he's got the shoe and he puts the shoe into the dip.
Childhood triggered, trauma triggered. Yeah, it's that. So if you're really into characters or the old school Disney films, or your characters are your big thing, that's a real must do, I'd say.
They have this year. They've also got Agatha.
Yeah.
From Agatha All Along, and I think it's this year. I don't know if it's this year or last year. I've seen online. Is it Madame Mim from Sword in the Stone?
Madame Mim.
Yeah, Madame Mim. And Maleficent is there this year, I've seen as well.
Yeah.
But Oogie Boogie, they have all these rare characters. I mean, some of those aren't rare, but Mother Gothel's been there in the past.
Sid was there one year,
Sid's
wasn't he?
Toy Story. And that just looks incredible.
And they have a parade as well. Do they do trick or treating? Do they do like candy?
Sure,
I don't think they do.
Trick or
but definitely a
treating.
parade.
But they do something with World of Colour.
Yeah.
But that's obviously California, so they've got their own interpretation of the Halloween celebrations there, which is brilliant. I need to do it. I really need to go and do that at some point.
Yeah.
But then you've also got Hong Kong Disneyland. They do their own Halloween events, similar to Paris. The one this year, the villains have got their own parade as well, which looks fantastic. You've also got, Hong Kong Disneyland used to do haunted houses, like scary ones. And Tokyo Disneyland, they do Halloween as well. You're actually going for Halloween?
Yes.
Tokyo?
Yeah.
So you'll be able to tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah. When we do a Tokyo episode, I'll definitely pick up on that. But from what I've seen, though, it looks, again, really cool decorations and photo opportunities, a specialty snack, specialty merch. The merch is big in Tokyo, and you'll find, again, like when they bring out merch, they have like virtual queues for it, because it can be really, and you can only get in when they first launch it. And again, Tokyo's Halloween merch came out mid-September, I think. I was looking again when I was planning my trip when it will be Halloween, because it used to be just October, but I think they started it a little bit earlier. But again, when the merch comes out, you have to get a virtual queue, and you won't get in the shops unless you've got that queue. That queue, like,
because when we were there in Tokyo, a lot of the limited edition merch we'd missed out because the virtual queues and everything had already gone. But we still got some fantastic merch at Tokyo Disneyland. But yes, they do their Halloween. Shanghai, I'll be honest with you, because it's new product to us. We've only been selling it for 3 months now, and it's 3 months since I came back. I don't know if they do anything for Halloween, because I haven't seen anything. So we will find out for you, but don't worry. But I'm sure they do something. It's just that the Chinese culture are a bit different with regards to, especially in Shanghai, with regards to ghosts and how the afterlife, how they think about and treat. Because it's the same. I'm surprised Hong Kong actually do a lot with Halloween, because, like I was saying, Mystic Manor, their interpretation of the Haunted Mansion is not about ghosts, because of the Chinese culture and the way that they, the afterlife and things. They think about things differently in their country. So I am surprised, but they seem to do more and more each year. Do Hong Kong Disneyland with the characters as such, rather than the haunted houses and things, because I think they realise that's not really going to work for their general guests. But yeah, that's Halloween in Disney parks all around the world.
If your Halloween's your thing, though, and you absolutely love it, I mean, Walt Disney World, you can't there, and in the general kind of Orlando area, it's going to do it the best.
Exactly, and I think as well, because if you are a big Halloween nut, Orlando is going to be the best place for you to go, because not only have you got Walt Disney World, but then you've got Universal Orlando Resort, where they do probably the most premium Halloween event of anywhere in the world, called Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
And again, just like the Halloween event at Disney, it is a ticketed event. You have to have a ticket for it. If you haven't got a ticket for it, you're not going in the parks. But theirs is very, very, very different to Disney's. If you are easily scared, then it's probably not for you. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is for everybody. Halloween Horror Nights is not for everybody.
Absolutely,
I remember the first time we did it, and my sister left the park within 20 minutes, literally screaming.
Yeah, well, my first time, I think it was 2008, I first went, and I went with my dad, my uncle, my sister, my 2 cousins, and my best friend was with me. And we got in there, and I think we did one house, and I was like, it was, I remember it being a fairy tale house. I remember going through a Wizard of Oz bit and seeing like the evil queen. It was like a horror fairy tale, and I said, I can't do it. And then this is aging me a little bit, but the Twister ride was still there on the corner where Jimmy Fallon is now. I spent the whole night in the Twister gift shop. I couldn't step outside. I was so scared. Then I went back again in 2011 when I worked there again, did one scare zone, I think, and I just was like, nope. I ended up sitting on the side. I don't know what it was. And then I went again in 2019, and I did all the houses that year. And I'm still a bit scared. I still hold on to my friend's back of her t-shirt, like going through, but I love it. Since the first time I went, I studied makeup through college when I was younger, and I love like special effects and all of that stuff. And I look at it in a different way of like, I appreciate the artwork and the team members that have done this and the creativity of it. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing, but it is very scary. It
is very scary. And just to give everyone watching and listening an idea as to how it differs to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, whilst we've said, yeah, it is scary, basically what they do is the Universal Studios park, they close it down to general guests, and it's just for Halloween Horror Nights guests. They have various haunted houses around the park, which are normally in the studios behind the scenes.
They're big, massive buildings, huge, like tents or buildings,
where they film movies. They film movies in these things, so they create these sets and they walk through haunted houses with live actors in, and their intention is to scare you. Yeah. They also have around the park, so when you're walking in between these areas to get to the different haunted houses, they have things called scare zones. Yeah. And these scare zones are all themed differently. And they have actors running around, and what they do is they blow smoke and fog into these scare zones so you can't see very well, and people jump out.
I think some of them are like with like pretend chainsaws, so you're going to hear that it's noisy.
You might just hear the chainsaw.
They can't touch you or anything, but they're going to be like last minute jump out. Some scare zones aren't chainsaws, but a lot of the main ones you're going to hear that. You're going to have that.
If you hear a chainsaw, run.
It's but there's they've got a backstory to them and the detail, and they've all the actors are playing a part. So when you're walking through, they're like.
Well, normally each scare zone and each haunted house, it's an IP. So this is the different thing with Universal. What they do with Halloween Horror Nights is every year is completely different because every haunted house is a different IP. Yeah. And if it's not like one of their own stories they've created as an
original
IP,
house,
then they will get bring something in, like I've been in a Resident Evil house before. Yeah,
Stranger Things is a big one.
Stranger
they do.
Things, Ghostbusters, The Purge. The Purge one is good.
This year was Fallout, Five Nights at Freddy's, Jason.
I'm yet to go to it.
Yeah, I've just come back, so I kind of have a little idea on it. But I personally prefer their original houses. Always they are probably the best.
I always find with their IP, their own IP, like they've created their own stories, they generally tend to be scarier. But the ones, the IP they bring in, so like Blumhouse or things like that, or Chucky or something. Yeah. They generally tend to be more visually stunning. Yeah,
you're literally in the movie or in the TV show. That the sets, you were in there. Yeah, the actors that they get to play the characters are like the spit of them. It's so good.
Well, the Ghostbusters house last year was based on the most recent Ghostbusters film, and one of the first rooms you go into is a scene from the movie. I don't know if you've seen it.
Is it there's like ice?
It was all ice. Yeah. It was like a room, and the table was all ice, and everyone was frozen, and the attention to detail and everything. Like, I'd love to know what they do with these things once they finish Halloween Horror Nights, because I'm sure if they put them online, people would want to buy things from it.
You're doing, and you'll probably talk about this a little bit in a bit, but you're doing that kind of behind. They do extra tours on top of the ticket you get, which you can look into as well. We'll go into detail in a minute, but you're doing like that when the lights on kind of house tour. So maybe you can ask somebody like their Imagineers or whatever they're called there.
Yeah, so basically, the last couple of years when we've done Halloween Horror Nights, because you pay for your admission ticket, but these haunted houses, you have to queue for the haunted houses. You don't have to queue for a scare zone, you're just walking through them. They also have a show as well at Halloween Horror Nights, which you absolutely
don't
loved,
sleep
you?
on this show. I love it. It's
on
very
various times of night.
yeah, it's very kind of promiscuous dancing. I mean, it's amazing. The dancing's amazing. It's very. I love my like rock and roll, my heavy metal kind of music. So it's very that. Very like the dancers. They have these girls called Fuel Girls, which are like fire dancers. So they do all this like fire, like with special effects. It's the show's kind of similar every year, and it's a really good. It's only in a small. Well, it's quite a big theatre, but it's only not too big. But it's a really good vibe. They do like they always start the show. You can tell over the years it's become a bit of a cult following of it. So yeah, I took my friend recently for her first time. I was like, right, at the beginning of it, everybody's going to sing, everyone's going to do this. And it's got this little kind of like fan base now that follow along, and I'm definitely a fan of it. It's a lot of fun.
I'll be honest, the last couple of times we've done Halloween Horror Nights, I haven't been to see it.
Yeah, so I make the show my priority though, so I'll leave. I know this time I left a couple of houses because I knew the show. The show's only about half an hour, but they run it throughout the night a few times. I think I went to the first one the other day. But yeah, I make that my priority anyway, the show.
I'll definitely be doing it this time. But I just want to mention, just with regards to Universal Halloween Horror Nights, so I know we were talking about Mickey's Not So Scary, it's just a one ticket, that's it. You can purchase for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, like the firework dessert parties and things as well, but other than that, there's nothing else
extra
to purchase. With Halloween Horror Nights, you've got your base admission. You can then buy on top of that a express ticket.
I did that this year and I loved it. I'm not one who usually buys skip the queue things, but previous years I've done 2 days, separate days at Halloween Horror Nights and queued, and I found that a little bit too much. So I said this year I'll do 1 day and I'll buy express. And I think we queued the maximum 10 minutes for one of the houses.
It gets so busy at Halloween Horror
it was
Nights.
really
some
good.
Of the queues for some of the houses I've been can be like 3 to 4 hours. So if you are buying your general ticket and you want to go on Halloween, for example, you're probably not going to get everything.
Can I also mention as well, if you're staying at a Universal hotel, you get a hotel entrance for guests. So we skipped a big queue. We got there kind of as it started, and we skipped the queue. There's a separate area you go
Is
to.
It near the Blue Man Group entrance?
Kind of. If you're right at the front, you're to the left, past the globe, and then you're right there. I don't think they've changed it now. You used to be able to do something called Stay and Scream. And then this year they brought out, they stopped that this year. You kind of were free to do what you wanted to do. It basically, Stay and Scream was like you held in an area queuing next to like your designated house that you want to do. So it's usually like a popular house, and then you go into it. I did that a couple of years ago, and it wasn't.
It was about $20, but I don't think it made no difference.
Yeah, it was free when we did it. It was. They've done something this year as well that you can go in. Say if you've not got a ticket to go in the park, you could buy like a few more hours in the park day ticket. They've changed it around. Obviously, keep up an eye on when they release it next year. They'll probably change it again. So always look on the website. But that's a way of. If you're desperate to get through all the houses and do as much as you can, express.
So at the end of the day, the most important thing is obviously your admission. Then if you just want to do it once, it's maybe worth buying the express ticket. The other things as well is I'm now hooked on this, unfortunately, because I was on a Universal trip before, hosted by Universal, and they took us on an RIP tour. So basically, what an RIP tour is. Basically VIP. You are escorted around the park. You get to go in every single haunted house. You don't queue for any of them. They literally take you straight in.
With a tour guide on.
With a tour guide, the tour guide doesn't go at the front. They'll push you at the front, and the more you scream, you'll end up going at the front. But you also get snacks included, and they take you off to different places where you can get drinks and things as well, because they do a speciality drinks and food. And it's to be honest, you get everything done in one night, and because there's like snacks and food and things included as well, for me it was a big plus. And because when we've always been going for a while, we've always got the admission ticket, got the express, but we would never get everything done. For me it's a big plus. And not only that, sometimes I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, and some of the houses, if I was queuing to go in one of these houses, I would
talk yourself out.
I'd talk myself out of it. Whereas with the RIP tour, you haven't got a minute to think about it. You don't know where you're going because they're talking to you. They take you behind the scenes and things. They take you straight to the entrance to the haunted house.
Yeah.
And that's it, you're thrown in. You have not got time to say, I don't want to do it. They just throw you in. So over the last few years, I've done all the ones, like last year, the Insidious house.
Yeah.
Did not want to do that at all. Got thrown in it, did it, covered my eyes for most of it.
Yeah.
But the RIP tour is worth its weight in gold. Absolutely fantastic, and we're doing that again this year, actually on Halloween. And I know earlier on in the episode we were speaking about, for Mickey's Not So Scary, if you want to do it on Halloween, buy it as soon as it goes on sale. The RIP tour, I bought that the morning it went on sale. Within 3 hours for Halloween it got sold out.
They're main nights that people will go as well.
Halloween especially.
Halloween Horror Night starts, I think it started right at the end of August this year, I think, a little bit. It's usually about the 1st of September. It's around that time. It's a little bit later than Disney. But the Halloween book, you get it booked soon as.
Get them booked soon as if you want Halloween. But the RIP tour as well, what's good about it, because you get everything done so quickly, you get time to enjoy the scare zones, you get priority seating for this show that you was mentioning. And I know we've done it the last few years, but we were so tired, we'd had long days, we decided to just leave, but this year we're going to make a point of watching it. But you also get express for the attractions. So when you've finished your tour of the haunted houses, you can go on the attractions using the express lane.
Because they do have some open, like they'll have like the Mummy open and a few of the actual rides open if you have time to do that as well.
Exactly. And you do have the time. It's like the last couple of times we've left about 11, and really we should have stayed until it's shut. Yeah,
it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. It's really late on, isn't it?
I think
Halloween.
one of the times as well, it's because we had to get on a cruise ship as well. So, we didn't want to be in too late. And we'd also not driven there. We'd got an Uber there and back from Disney World. So we knew the queue was going to be big for Uber, so that's why we left as well. But this year we will be staying for all of it.
So in your plans, maybe the next day after Horror Nights, make that your chill day, maybe, or something.
Definitely. But I would also say with the RIP as well, because it isn't cheap. It's about $450 each. It changes every year. You choose your time for it. You're given your VIP lanyard and everything. You got the guide. But like I say, by the time you think about what would you spend on food, drinks, the express, all of that, when you think about that and the time that you're saving, and I know we spoke about this on another episode with regards to lightning lanes, but you can't get your time back. So if you have only got a limited amount of time, think about what you would spend, and maybe that might be the option for you.
It might be the day you treat yourself to, like, if you're a horror film fan, or a Halloween fan in general, like that could be your treat, and just spend a little bit more. If not, Express is probably the next one down, and I'd say
that's what we would normally do. But like I said, we was getting to a point where there was some houses and I talked myself out of not going on them. So for me, it is worth it, because it's pushing me to do things I wouldn't normally do. But then the other ticket thing that you can buy as well, and we mentioned this earlier, and we're doing this year as well, and is the behind the scenes.
I really want to do this.
So there was 2 this year you could buy. There was a 3-house one and a 6-pack one, and there wasn't a lot of difference in price. And again, you get food included, you get lunch included. Ours this year is at 10 in the morning, and we get a tour of 6 of the haunted houses. I think there's 8. Is there 8 or 10?
10 usually.
10. So I don't know what 6 it is, but we get to go around 6 of them with the lights on, with a tour guide to explain it all, and we're allowed to take photos. Because you're not allowed to take videos or photos when you're in the haunted houses on the night. But during the day with the lights on this tour, they do let you. And I booked it as well, not only to sort of, I'm interested to learn about how they do it, and like I was saying, what do they do with it all after I've got questions. But not only that, there's some of the houses this year that I'm already worried about, and I'm hoping I can go. It's mainly the 5 Nights at Freddy's one.
I'll tell you, that is the tamest house I've ever been on. That's coming from me. I'm a scaredy cat as well, but I love horror films, like the same as you. You watch them, you love them.
I watch them, I love them.
5 Nights.
Still frightened.
No, honestly, that one was really, really easy. That was very, very tame.
Well, I'm hoping that's one of the ones.
But it's cool. It's cool to look at the actual.
The chicken one. It's the chicken.
The chicken.
It's the chicken.
What's it called? Chica.
Chica or something like that. It's just. It reminds me of the McDonald's chicken from back in the day. The pink dress on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Freaky.
And its eyes like bulging out of its face. So I'm hoping that's one of them, because then at least I know what to expect.
I think it will
I can
be.
turn the corners and make sure I know.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that expensive really. I think it was about $120. I think it was.
Yeah.
Including food as well. You get lunch included. So that's at 10 in the morning until about 1, 2 in the afternoon. So we're going to spend the whole Halloween at Universal.
Yeah.
Do that tour in the morning, then go on City Walk, do some shopping, and then go back in for Halloween Horror Nights. But yeah, those are basically.
It's really cool they do that, because it's very. If you're a theme park, a bit of a theme park nerd or a horror nerd, horror fan, like just to get the opportunity to talk to maybe people who. Obviously, team members that know the house as well to look, because there'll be definitely things you will not spot in those, because you're kind of running through and there's so much going on, and the houses aren't super dark. You will be able to see where you're going, but there's so much going on and noises, and you're obviously
it's
sensory overload when you're trying to go through them. So you will not notice. You'll probably get pointed out lots of little things and little Easter eggs and nods to different things in the houses.
The RIP tour on the night, they did take you behind the scenes. You didn't purposely take you behind the scenes so you could tell you about things, but you would see behind the scenes, so you'd see where the scare actors would get the makeup done. But they couldn't take you over there, but you could see it all. Like, you could see these, like, they look like spray tanning booths, but it was spraying them with blood. But on this behind the scenes thing, it's the opportunity you get to see where they put the makeup on, and I want to see all of that. So that would be really interesting.
Yeah, if you've been going for a few years and it's something you want to do something different and mix it up, then that's a really good tour.
So
can I just say as well, with Horror Nights, it is more of an adult adult event. You can go in with parental supervision. I think they recommend 14 plus.
I think it's
13 plus. I did see younger kids definitely when I last went, but it is more adults.
I've seen like kids who look like they're about 5 or 6 in there.
They do have like bars all around, so there's a lot of, obviously we had a couple of drinks. They do like a specialty drink where you can get cheaper refills, so they really, but it's definitely not, you won't see loads of people drunk and stuff. I personally can't afford to drink more than 3 drinks there, because they are expensive, but they do have, say, specialty food booths and that are themed around the houses, and say the bars as well, so you will find it's a little bit more, a bit more like loud music and kind of drinking. It's very so it's a bit more on the outside, but I did see kids go in there. I when I was walking around, to be fair, my nephew's 6 and he doesn't love horror, but he loves Ghostbusters. He's fine. He probably, and I walk around, I was like, you know what, he'd actually be okay here. I mean, maybe not when he gets to the houses, but I don't know. But actually walking around, I was like, I don't think he would actually mind it. It felt not tamer this year, because it's definitely not tamer, but it's done so well. It's not going to be like.
I think like the younger generation are more exposed to sort of horror films.
Yeah, but your kids. Don't push them into something they won't like. I did see, I actually caught it on camera. There was one little girl. It was in the day still. It was before it went dark, and the scare zone had just come out. The actors had just walked out because it'd just been raining. So they go out when it's raining. They do go off, the actors, and they just come out. And I was just filming the scare zone. It was a 1920s like plague-ridden scare zone this year. And one of the scare actors came right behind this little girl, and the scream she let out, and bless, I think she was a bit upset. But I caught it on camera, and I said, that's me. But yeah, they just got right behind her and stuff. But she was only probably about 10.
The scare actors are brilliant, though.
Yeah. They can have a laugh with them as well. Like if they see you scared, they want. Think of it as this way. This is how I see it. They want you to be. That's their job. So if you're giving them something back, a bit of a reaction, you've made their day, because they're doing their job. Exactly. So just play into it.
And I remember asking last year on the RIP tour, how many of you are they? And it was I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's thousands, absolutely thousands, because they have to rotate as well in the haunted houses. So like every so many minutes they have to rotate, and you'll see that when you're in the queues. If you see people coming out and they've got like the hoods
like traitors.
Traitors, exactly. That means that they're leaving and they're swapping with somebody else. But it is fantastic.
They're brilliant. They do. Universal does such a good job. Everybody who's involved, from the creating the houses to the cast members and things, are just amazing.
And I think as well, like obviously with Halloween, and speaking about like the scare actors and wearing costumes and things, some people who have never been to Orlando might be wondering, can I dress up when I go into the theme parks for these events? So obviously for Walt Disney World, you can. You certainly can.
Yeah.
There's obviously a few rules there as well.
Yeah.
But with Halloween Horror Nights, you don't see anybody really dressing up. I don't know if there is a rule that you can dress up on Halloween Horror Nights.
No, you see people like wear a lot of like
horror t-shirts
or like kind of gothic dresses and things like that. I think both of them obviously can't wear a mask. They don't like masks. Because Disney in the day when it's not so scary, you can't dress up, can you? Because they only allow it when it's the not so scary Halloween party. You can, your kids can obviously, but adults I'm talking about.
They don't allow you to wear masks. And also you can't wear capes.
Right.
Well, if you can wear a cape, but it's got to be detachable.
Yeah, and it can't be too scary at Disney. You can't be coming in with an axe, a pretend axe, and a profanity or blood everywhere.
Like it's the Halloween at Disney. I mean, I try and dress up for both. So at Disney, I'll always try and do a character. So, for example, I've done Hercules. And the only reason I know about the cape thing, it's got to be detachable. Is because I was dressed as Hercules and I had my teddy of Pegasus. It's fine, he could go in the locker for Tron. But I had a cape on.
It was attached to you,
On one side it was detached, I don't know why, but one side it was like Velcro and the other side it was sewn. No idea why. So I couldn't actually physically take the cape off. So I couldn't go on Tron. Because it was a hazard, just in case it got caught or something. So I couldn't go on Tron that night, which I was gutted about, but I could go on it another day. But I've dressed up as Gaston. I have done Ken from Barbie and Ken, Prince Eric. Who else have I done? I can't remember off the top of my head. I've done loads of different Halloween costumes in Disney World, but then Universal, I'm more like trying to do a feature. So like, I've done Jaws, like a t-shirt with Jaws on and a matching cap, Beetlejuice.
They always bring out amazing Halloween Horror Nights t-shirts. Every year they'll bring out at least 6 t-shirt designs, or say the tribute store. So the tribute store is something they do at Halloween Horror Nights every year. They pick a particular, it's usually in the same place, but it's actually moved this year. It was in the Mummy gift shop. And they theme a gift shop. So it's got all your Halloween Horror Nights merch from the different houses and scare zones, but they make it into a thing. Previous years it's been like separate rooms have been different. So there's like a Stranger Things room or a Beetlejuice room, etc. But yeah, it was slightly different this year. Back to costumes though, what was I going to say? It's gone out of my head. You'll find in America, obviously Halloween they dress up. My friend found this, she was like, aren't we supposed to dress up spooky for Halloween, like ghost, witch? But in America, they dress up as all sorts, a hot dog one minute, or a clown, or anything you want. So you'll find in the parks. Don't worry if you're going and you think, my costume's not spooky or scary enough. No, anything you want to be. But it's very hot. So also don't be thinking of layers and polyester. Because you will be very hot. Or maybe bring a spare tee. Get your pictures and then swap into your shorts and t-shirt.
I liked my Hercules one and my Ken one, because the Hercules one was like wearing a skirt and a vest. And the Ken one was just shorts and like a t-shirt, a shirt with really open here. But what have you dressed up as when you've been to Disney?
My first ever one was 2008, so it was like new to us, and I remember going with the family, so we all were dressing up. But we went actually, I think the day before Halloween, but you're talking now, what's that now, like nearly 15 years ago? So it wasn't like the hype I feel it was like today. But we'd never been, wanted to go, and all my family were really nervous about dressing up. I said, look, everybody dresses up. I mean, back then, we had the internet obviously, but it was a bit like you didn't know you didn't see vlogs on things and stuff. So I said, no, look, trust me, everybody dresses up. It's all fine. We get to the car park of Magic, or the ticket and transport and ticket centre, and nobody around was dressed up. So my dad's, what did my dad dress up as? I can't even remember, but my uncle was like full on Indiana Jones. My cousin was Beetlejuice. I was Marie Antoinette. I don't know why, but I had this full on like Marie Antoinette dress that I made, and my sister was Tinkerbell, and she looks like Tinkerbell. She looked like a character, and we're all just there like, no one else is dressed up. Like, what we're gonna? I went, trust me, it's fine. And mum and auntie are in like a witch's outfit and everything. I went, it's fine. We literally then stepped off the monorail or got to the monorail, and everybody was dressed up, so we were fine. But I did, Marie Antoinette. I've done Oogie Boogie before, but like in a little witch's kind of dress. This year I've just come back. I bought a bag that's Donald's face, similar to, if you can see it on the video here, similar to the Mickey one, but it's Donald, and he's the devil.
Horny ears on it.
Yeah, so it's like an old cartoon of Donald where he's dressed as a devil. So I just did that one this year. So it's a dress and a little accessory. My friend a couple of years ago did Wednesday Addams, and everybody they thought she was a character.
Really?
So everybody was stopping her, or they knew she wasn't a character, but they were like, "Can we please have a pic?" Because Wednesday was the big thing that year. She had like the thing on her shoulder. She looked like Wednesday, and everybody was stopping her and going, "Can my daughter have a picture with her?" And that was really fun because people just compliment each other on that.
Yeah,
and if you like someone's outfit, we saw a lady just gone in our last trip who was a beautiful lady dressed up as Jafar. I'll have to get Stacey to send you the picture, but she looked amazing. And I said, "Can we get a picture of you? If that's okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, of course." And you can really, if you like someone's costume, get a picture with them or compliment them. And people put in such an effort.
They're really doing them. I love it when you see like the families where they're collectively doing an IP. So like when you see the Incredibles, or just was the Incredibles.
Yeah. It's so fun to do it as a family, if you go.
Or like the Toy Story characters, when I've seen two little kids before, it's like Slinky Dog. And one child was the front and one child was the back with a little coil going between. But what makes me laugh is one funny memory from when we were in Disneyland Paris before for Halloween is I was with my mum and my nephew and myself. I was on a work trip there. I was escorting some clients there, but I'd broken my leg.
What?
I still had to work. I was in a wheelchair, but my mum came along to help me, and I promised to take my nephew with me. And anyway, it was Halloween, and I've got this amazing photo in Plaza Gardens restaurant. Do you know when you're waiting, and there's all the people waiting before you can go in, and you wait for your table? And we were all dressed up. I was dressed up as Kylo Ren. My nephew was dressed up as a Jedi, and my mum was dressed up as Maleficent.
Yeah.
She had a full green face, the horns, the full dress, everything. And I've got this amazing photo that I took from the wheelchair, looking at the people waiting to come in when my mum's waiting there, and she's the only one dressed up. And it's just Maleficent stood there with a crowd of people behind her, hilarious. But people do compliment you on your outfits. You know, when I was dressed as Hercules, people just walked past me and started going, Hercules, Hercules.
Yeah.
And it's
just fun, isn't it? It's just so much fun. Yeah, I noticed that you just sit around. Oh, when can you dress up as like the Incredibles or Hercules or you know? You just look and you're like, and everybody gets into it. All the dads, everyone. Just it's loads of fun.
I do love the costuming, but then obviously moving on to the atmosphere and overlays. I know we briefly mentioned it, but we've got to talk about the Haunted Mansion. We have to talk about how much we love the Haunted Mansion, and for me, going to a Disney park at Halloween, it's so important that I do go on the Haunted Mansion, and I have to go on it multiple times, and I have to go in the shop multiple times, even to look at the merch that I've looked at the same time over and over again. They've
really, like, obviously it's a classic ride, but they've really, I mean, obviously they had the film a couple of years ago and stuff, but it's become that staple cult following, and they've really honed into, like, people love it if you like that more spooky side and the Haunted Man. You know, people love it, and the merch they bring out nowadays, and they really go.
And I think something that they need to do, especially at Walt Disney World with Villains Land being announced, I think behind the Haunted Mansion, before you get to Villains Land, wherever it's going to be behind it, which we know it's going to be behind it somewhere, there needs to be a Haunted Mansion restaurant.
Yeah.
No, I know you've got the parlour now on the treasure.
I said when I was in the parlour, I was saying this could be it needs to be bigger, this, in a restaurant.
They need a restaurant, and it needs to be behind the Haunted Mansion, so they could maybe incorporate another door inside the mansion with a separate queue to get into the restaurant for the Haunted Mansion. That's just a dream. We're going off topic now. But something else, just like talking about the Haunted Mansion parlour, which is on the Disney Treasure cruise ship, and it's going to be on the Disney Destiny as well. We've got to talk about Halloween on the high seas. So again, whilst the Disney parks and Universal do something for unique for Halloween, Disney Cruise Line also do Halloween on the high seas sailings, which is unique to them. And it's a completely different experience to the parks.
Yeah, I'd say, so I've just come back off one. It was a boat, I don't know if I knew it was, I think I did know before I booked it, because sometimes you can book and then they let you know, because they pick certain dates, don't they? And I know some people might, if you really, really can't stand Halloween, maybe look into something else. But if you're not that bothered by Halloween, but you're not, it's like you can kind of, not too sure if you want to go on it or not, or you're not, it's absolutely fine. Like Halloween, the actual cruise wasn't kind of over the top Halloween. No, it did have a Halloween night, and it had the Halloween tree, but it wasn't
the Grand Hall.
Yeah, it wasn't like Halloween in your face every second. So don't be put off if you're not bothered about Halloween and it is a Halloween in the high seas. You think, oh, is it going to be, you know, pumpkins everywhere? It's not.
It won't make a difference to your cruise experience. I think I've been on 3 cruises where it's been Halloween on the high seas, and it's not made any difference to my cruise experience. It's just something different. I mean, what I really liked on the Disney Wish was the second sailing on the Disney Wish we did was Halloween on the high seas, and obviously they have the tree in the Grand Hall. The other cruise ships do have their own trees as well, and they have. And you can't meet these characters at the Halloween events in the parks. It's Minnie, Daisy and Clarabelle dressed as the Sanderson sisters. You can only meet them on the Disney ship at Halloween on the high seas.
You can meet them at Oogie Boogie.
California,
sorry, you can. But you can't meet them at, you'll see them in Not So Scary Halloween Party in Walt Disney World, but at the parade. But you can't meet them.
Right, so let's talk Halloween merch. Now, we know we absolutely love Halloween, but I want to know, what is your favourite piece of Disney or Universal merchandise that you've bought that's Halloween themed, or Haunted Mansion or Tower of Terror? Anything like that?
Obviously, Spirit jerseys, love them. The wreath, I bought that a couple of years ago. That's amazing. Again, because it reminds me of being at Not So Scary and Magic Kingdom at Halloween. The bags this year, I mean, as soon as anything comes to Disney Store, I'm like, what can I get? Little pumpkins, the Mickey pumpkin, like candles or mugs. And obviously, and I'm a big fan of Nightmare Before Christmas as well. So, and say there's lots of stuff in Tokyo that I'm looking forward to buy, but anything the night before Christmas. I've got a Night Before Christmas Spirit jersey, which I'll probably wear on a later episode. So yeah, basically anything. I'm just a sucker for it all.
You want it all. I mean, to be fair, I'm just as bad. Anything sort of Mickey shaped that's orange and looks like the pumpkins, I'm a sucker for that. Haunted Mansion, I love the Spirit jerseys, but I am a huge fan of these like baseball.
They're becoming jerseys. I see more of them nowadays.
So they're starting to do a lot more of them, and for me they're better because I feel like I can wear these in the parks.
It's too hot in Florida.
Too hot for a Spirit jersey in Florida, where I can wear these and I feel like I'm on brand. And it's great for photos as well. So this Haunted Mansion one you got me, obviously I love this. Tower of Terror merch, like I've got a baseball jersey, Tower of Terror, absolutely love it. I've only ever seen it once, and I'm so glad that I bought it. I would love to have like a statue of the Tower of Terror or a Lego set of the Tower of Terror. I'm currently building a mini Haunted Mansion Lego set. But I'm like you, I'm like absolutely anything. I can't pinpoint anything particular that I've got that I am like is my favourite for Halloween merch, because I just want it all. I just want it all, but you can only fit so much in a suitcase, can't you?
I know, and then you go, all the other places and get all the shopping. The shopping is amazing at Halloween. Every place, especially in America, does a speciality, this and that. And
exactly, and I like it as well that when you go to the different Disney destinations, say if it's Halloween in California and then you go to Florida and it's Halloween, the merch will be different. And I love that.
My friend's currently in California at the moment, and I've asked him to pick me up a Spirit jersey that's different, that's spaced around the Haunted Mansion overlay. I'm not even there, and I'm getting merch, getting picked up for me.
To be fair though, we're just as bad as each other. Like when I'm somewhere, you're like, oh, can you just pick this up for me? And I'm the same.
We end up tagging each other in merch that's just released, and we don't realise it. And we realise we literally do it at the same time and go, do you want this? Yeah. on this, yeah.
Need it.
It's terrible.
It is really bad. I mean,
but it's become such a thing. The merch over the last few years. It's, you know, you have to get it when it's there.
Yeah.
You'll find the queues. You'll find this stuff sells out very quick.
See it, get it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get it, will not see it again.
No. Especially in the parks. It's a bit. Yeah.
You've got to be on the ball with the merch. And the thing is as well for me, I think with the Halloween merch especially, for me, I feel it is more the clothes and things that I like, because I know that I can use them again in the future. Like we got last year, this was actually at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. We actually was in the park for 4, and we were already in the park and was in Tomorrowland. And we were giving our wristband, and there was a merch store there, and that's where they had some of the limited edition Hocus Pocus merch with like Minnie, Clarabelle and Daisy, like the spirit jersey and everything. So because we were in that area, as soon as it opened the store for the party, we went straight in. We managed to get exactly what we wanted. An hour later, all gone.
That's just made me think. Yeah, again, I think we pointed it out earlier on, there is exclusive merch for Not So Scary. They usually have it in the middle of the Emporium. You'll see a section right at the back, right in the middle of the Emporium gift shops on Main Street, and they do have a cast member checking you've got a wristband to then go and view. It's a very small area and it gets busy.
There's the small shop in Tomorrowland.
And then Tomorrowland as well, because they'll sell pins. People go for the pins are really like limited edition, and again the t-shirts, because a lot of stuff dated. And again with Halloween Horror Nights, I like to get one that has the date on it. My friend actually doesn't. She doesn't like dated stuff, so it depends on kind of what the friend I just went with. So yeah, and again with the Not So Scary, can't think where I was going now.
It doesn't matter, because I'm going to talk to you about Halloween Horror Nights still.
It was something about it's about merch and Not So Scary. I don't know. It's gone out of my head.
Halloween Horror Nights, they with their merch as well. Like they do amazing merchandise. But for me again, I'd probably say more so for Halloween Horror Nights, it's the fashion. Because I like the shirts. They're Universal are really good with their shirts. Yeah. Dress shirts. Like last year I got a Ghostbusters one, a Jaws one, a really cool Jurassic Park one. And these were all from Halloween Horror Nights. They were only there for Halloween Horror Nights. I also got, I mean this isn't Halloween Horror Nights, but Epic Universe. I got like a Universal Monsters shirt, because I love the shirts because I can wear them for work as well. Yeah. Like videos for training, when I'm doing training and what have you. And obviously now the podcast.
I mean, sometimes they're not subtle, but sometimes they are. Like if you're a fan of something, like the horror films or
and
Disney.
The shirts are really thin as well, so you can wear them in the parks. So yeah, I would say, I'm talking about the merch, and I'd probably say Halloween merch for me, definitely favourite things has got to be the fashions. Yeah, I've
just remembered what I was going to say. Halloween on the high seas on the cruise, they did have special merch as well for that. So they had again the Sanderson sisters spirit jersey. They had 2 spirit jerseys. One was purple, one was orange. You could get the little collectible Halloween tree. It wasn't the new tree that was on the treasure. Right. She's not got merch. Her name's Ginger. One? It was no, it was like the scarier older one, not scary, but it's the one that looks more like a Snow White kind of one. Yeah, they had pins, cups, little Rice Krispie things, popcorn bucket, all that sort of stuff they had on there.
When I go on the treasure, then it might be. I haven't had any email to say my sailing's going to be Halloween on the high seas or Christmas, so but maybe they might change it. I don't know.
You can get stuff on there too.
But merch is obviously brilliant for Halloween. You can spend a fortune there. But going back to Halloween Horror Nights, because we are coming on to the end of this very long episode, but it's a very special Halloween one.
You tell we could talk Halloween.
I mean, we could go on and on and on. But we're just going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights again. And we're just going to, I think we should just mention one of our favourite haunted houses each.
It's so hard to choose.
And then mention one of the scariest memories you've got from a Halloween Horror Night. So we'll do our scariest haunted house each and our scariest memory from Halloween Horror Nights.
Scariest. I mean, I'm just gonna keep it simple and go with my favourite that I did this year. So this year's favourite one, and it was called El Artista, a Spanish Haunting. It was an original house, and basically I think it was the story, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was, an artist Spanish artist, and his paintings were coming alive. It was a bit like spirits and things like that. And I just remember it being like, basically when you're in the houses, and I mean, this has changed, I think, over the years. You walk through this little door, don't you? And then it opens up into like a facade.
Yeah.
Like, so you either buy a big house, or you go through like a big clown face, or something's there kind of before you go in it. And in certain houses, and this one was this amazing like mansion, like Spanish, like 1920s mansion, and then all the way through it there was so many I mean, I can't tell you how many scares and jumps and stuff. And then there was like gargoyles like flying. I like any of the houses where they do they have actors above, so you get distracted. Yes. You look up and next minute one's there. There's been a few where they like the Universal Monsters houses are usually like spot on, and they'll have people hanging down. But this one was like a gargoyle floating past on and then you go into this open area, and you're in like this like almost like conservatory thing, but there's like gargoyles everywhere jumping out. And that one stuck in my that one stuck in my head. And I hope that's one of
a Spanish one.
A Spanish haunting.
One that I get to look around.
I think that's going to be one you're going to look in the day, because it's very detailed, and they've obviously put a lot of effort and detail into that one. So I reckon that's going to be one you go around. But yeah, that was my favourite this year. Scariest
moment.
Oh, the one that sticks out to me was back in 2019. I mean, there's been so many. I'll quickly tell two. One was from a film called Us. Do you remember that film?
Yes.
And right at the end of the film, loads of people, I can't remember, it's a weird film. It's about like people living underground that are like doppelgangers of you. I don't know. It was a really good film. But right at the end of that film, loads of people are like holding hands together in like red hoodies, I think. I could be going way off here. But right at the end of that house, you had to go through this corridor that was all lined with mannequins / real people. You couldn't tell who was who, and you had to squeeze. It was very, very tight. You had to squeeze past them, and you don't know which one's going to join. And I remember just going nope, and running through it, because it was like you just don't know which one's going to. Because somehow I feel like over the years they've become a bit more spacious, the houses. Yeah. But this one was like you just didn't know which one. And there was another one called Graveyard Games, and I remember right at the end of that house there was somebody on the floor, like dressed as like a skeleton or a gargoyle or something, crawling. They were literally at my feet, crawling after you, and I was like straight out of there.
I actually asked the guy last year on the RIP tour, like, do your legs not get sore and your elbows and that way if you're on the floor all the time? And he said they actually wear like protective
there'll be
things on their legs and arms so that they don't get sore if they're on the floor.
What about you?
Well, my favourite house, there's actually two. One of them was last year, and it was Universal Monsters, but it was a all female cast. Because it was, I think it was like a precursor to Epic Universe, because the main character was Dr. Victoria Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
And it was all the Universal Monsters, but the female counterparts. So it was like the Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula's Brides,
like She-Wolf, Werewolf,
a female mummy, and the house was absolutely stunning. Like the room with like it was an Egyptian, tomb. One was like Dracula's castle, but all his brides, and that one was it wasn't the scariest, but it was visually probably the most stunning. I'd second Ghostbusters to that one. The scariest, I'm going on a tangent now, I'm actually deviating from my own question. The scariest one I've ever been in is probably Freddy vs Jason. This is probably the scariest moment. Years ago, I can't remember what year it was, Freddy vs Jason one, and right at the very end when they've got the curtains and you think you're leaving, Freddy jumped round the corner. I literally went up against the wall. He was right up to me, wasn't touching me, but his claws were right in my face. And I was absolutely petrified. That's probably my scariest moment. But I just gotta do a shout out to one of probably the strangest and best haunted houses that I've ever seen at Universal Halloween Horror Nights, and it was a few years ago, and it was based on The Weeknd. Do you know the singer?
Oh yeah. I didn't go on that one, but I saw it online. It was
absolutely brilliant. Like every room was like themed from his music videos. And you were saying about the room where it had all these mannequins. There was a room like that in his as well, and that freaked me out. But that one was just so different, because every room was like a different song of his, themed to his excuse me, music videos, and it just blew me away because it was just something different.
Yeah, they did that a couple of years, didn't they? On the like that seemed to be a popular one.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do. Sometimes you'll see a thing, you'll think it's a statue, and it's actually an actor. It's so clever.
It is really creepy.
The dolls one this year was really good as well. It's called like Play Undead, like dolls. Basically, go for a doll's house, and you're turned into a doll, and there's all these like melted dolls and like weird like yeah, you'll love that one. That was really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see what they do with the WWE house as well.
Yeah,
because, like,
I did do that one.
I don't understand how they could do wrestling into it, but we'll see. We'll do another Halloween episode in the future.
Yeah,
we'll talk about what's happening at Halloween Horror Nights. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this episode, which has been longer than usual. It is a Halloween special, so hopefully it's raining and thundering and lightning outside, and you're chilling with your pumpkin spice latte in the house, or you're on the way to work listening to this in the rain, and it might give you a bit of goose.
Halloween's on its way.
Yeah.
Let us know as well in the comments, like your favourite Halloween moments from the parks, or
what have you dressed up as?
Yeah, we want to hear it all.
We want to hear everything. We are the Halloween queens.
Yes.
And there'll be more Halloween in the future from us. But yeah, other than that, thank you for joining us on this week's episode of the Ever After Cast. I'm Matty, and this is Laura, and we want to wish you a happy Halloween. Thank you for joining us on the Ever After Cast.
If you've enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe and share the magic. For more Disney and Universal travel inspiration, visit everafterholidays.com or follow us on social media.
You can follow myself, Matty, on Instagram at Matty Happily Ever After.
And you can follow me, Laura, at Kind of Magic Laura.
If you want to find daily holiday offers and more, you can also visit facebook.com/everafterholidays or follow our Instagram at eafterholidays.
If you'd like to be a guest on a future episode, or you have any questions you'd like us to answer, please email info@everafterholidays.com.
See you real soon.